looking at your phone, waiting for that call, that opportunity, that person who's going to turn your whole life around. I got news for you. That call is not coming. That person does not exist. The only person who can save you is staring at you in the mirror every single morning. You are the cavalry. You are the rescue mission. You are the answer to your own prayers. Stop putting your life in other people's hands. Stop giving your power away to circumstances, to your past, to your excuses. You've got to take ownership right now. Ownership of where you are, ownership of where you're going, ownership of every single decision you make from this moment forward. When you realize that you are your own rescue team, everything changes. The victim mentality dies and the victor mentality is born. See, most people want to be saved. They want someone to swoop in and fix everything. They want the lottery ticket, the lucky break, the right connection. But you know what happens while they're waiting. Life passes them by. Years go by, decades go by, and they're still waiting, still hoping, still wishing. Don't be that person. Be the person who saves yourself. And when you become your own rescue team, you develop a different type of confidence. It's not arrogant, it's quiet. It's powerful. It's the confidence that says, no matter what happens, I've got me. No matter who leaves, I've got me. No matter what falls apart, I got me. That's the foundation you need to build everything else on. You want change. Everybody wants change. But wanting and becoming are two different things. You've got to become the change. You've got to embody it, live it, breathe it. You can't just wish for a better life. You've got to become the type of person who lives that better life. That starts with understanding that nobody is coming to save you. Discipline is doing what you hate to do, but doing it as you love it every single day, not when you feel like it, not when it's convenient, every day. This is where most people fail. They only do what feels good. They only do what's easy. They only do what they're in the mood for. But greatness is not built on feelings. Greatness is built on discipline. You know what discipline is? It's going to the gym when your bed is warm and comfortable. It's eating the salad when you want the burger. It's studying when everyone else is at the party. Discipline is showing up when nobody would blame you for staying home. It's doing the work when the work is boring, repetitive, and thankless. It's choosing the hard right over the easy wrong every single time. And here's the thing. You might hate it in the moment. You might despise every second of it, but you do it anyway. And you do it with excellence. See, anybody can do what they love. That's easy. That's not discipline. That's a pleasure. Discipline is when you do what needs to be done regardless of how you feel about it. Discipline is when you treat the things you hate with the same energy and passion as the things you love. That's when you become unstoppable. Think about it. The things you hate doing are usually the things you need to do the most. They're the things that will move the needle in your life. They're the things that separate you from everyone else. So when you approach those things with the same enthusiasm as the things you enjoy, you unlock a different level of success. And it's got to be every single day, not Monday through Friday, not when you feel motivated, not when conditions are perfect. Every single day means every single day. Weekends count. Holidays count. Your birthday counts. The day you don't feel good counts. Consistency is the price of admission to the life you want. See, most people got it all wrong. They think motivation comes first. No. Discipline comes first, then motivation follows. You don't wait to feel like going to the gym. You go to the gym, then you feel motivated. Everybody's sitting around waiting to feel motivated. Waiting for that spark, that fire, that burning desire. And while they're waiting, nothing happens. Days turn into weeks. Weeks turn into months. And they're still waiting for motivation to strike like lightning. That's backwards. That's why most people never get started. Discipline creates motivation. Action creates motivation. Movement creates motivation. Have you ever noticed how, when you finally start doing the thing you've been putting off, it gets easier? You feel energized. You feel motivated. That's because motivation is a result of action, not a prerequisite for it. You don't need to feel like doing it. You just need to do it. Think about the gym. Nobody wakes up every single day excited to lift weights. Nobody jumps out of bed every morning thrilled about cardio. But the people who are in shape, they go anyway. They put on their shoes, they get in the car, they walk through those gym doors. And you know what happens? 10 minutes into the workout, they feel amazing. They feel motivated. They're glad they came. The same applies to everything. Writing, studying, building your business, making those sales calls, whatever it is. The motivation comes after you start, not before. So stop waiting for the feeling. The feeling is a lie. The feeling will keep you stuck forever. Discipline is what gets you moving, and movement generates motivation. Here's the secret that successful people know. They don't rely on motivation because they understand it's unreliable. Motivation is like the weather. It changes. Some days it's there, some days it's not. But discipline is like the sun. It's always there, even when you can't see it. Discipline is the constant. Discipline is what you can count on. Your feelings will lie to you every single day. Your feelings will tell you to sleep in. Your feelings will tell you to quit. Your feelings will tell you it's too hard. Discipline tells your feelings to sit down and be quiet. Your feelings are not your friends when it comes to success. I know that sounds harsh, but it's true. Your feelings are designed to keep you comfortable, to keep you safe, to keep you in your comfort zone. And your comfort zone is where dreams go to die. Your feelings will give you every reason in the world not to do what you need to do. And the worst part is they're convincing. They sound reasonable. They make sense in the moment. That's why so many people listen to them. That's why so many people let their feelings run their lives. And then they wonder why they're not where they want to be. It's because they've been taking orders from their feelings instead of their discipline. Discipline is the voice that overrides your feelings. Discipline says, I hear you, I acknowledge you, but we're doing this anyway. Discipline says your opinion has been noted and dismissed. Discipline says, I'm in charge here, not you. When you develop that relationship with discipline, your feelings lose their power over you. Imagine if you let your feelings dictate everything, you'd never do anything difficult. You'd never grow. You'd never achieve anything meaningful, because meaningful things require discomfort, sacrifice, and hard work. And your feelings hate all of those things. Your feelings want you to stay small, stay comfortable, stay mediocre. Champions are made when nobody is watching. What you do in private determines what you become in public. You want success. Start acting successful when nobody can see you. Everybody wants to be a champion when the lights are on. Everybody wants to perform when the crowd is cheering. Everybody wants to be great when people are paying attention. But that's not where champions are made. Champions are made in the dark, in the quiet, in the moments when nobody knows what you're doing. What are you doing at 5 in the morning when everyone else is asleep? What are you doing on Saturday night when everyone else is out partying? What are you doing when you're alone, when there's no audience, when there's no applause? That's what determines your future. That's what separates the champions from the pretenders. See, anybody can show up when it matters. Anybody can perform under pressure when everyone's watching. But the real question is, what are you doing when it doesn't seem to matter? What are you doing when nobody will ever know if you cut corners? What are you doing when you could easily skip it and no one would notice? That's the test of character. Your private life creates your public life. What you do in secret becomes what you are in public. You can't be undisciplined in private and disciplined in public. You can't be lazy when nobody's watching and excellent when they are. It doesn't work like that. Who you are when nobody's looking is who you really are. Successful people understand this. They know that the work that counts is the work nobody sees. The early mornings, the late nights, the repetition, the practice, the preparation. All of that happens in private. And then when the opportunity comes, when the spotlight shines, they're ready. They don't have to try to be great. They already are great because of what they did when nobody was watching. Now let me tell you something about comfort. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. You love your comfort. Everybody does. your comfortable bed, your comfortable routine, your comfortable life. But here's what you need to understand. Comfort is a trap. Comfort is quicksand. The more comfortable you get, the harder it is to move. And if you stay comfortable too long, you stop moving altogether. Greatness requires discomfort. Greatness requires you to do things that scare you. Greatness requires you to go places you've never been, to try things you've never tried, to become someone you've never been. And none of that happens in your comfort zone. None of that happens while you're cozy and safe. Think about every major achievement in your life. Did it come from comfort? No. It came from pushing yourself, challenging yourself, and stretching yourself. It came from those moments when you were nervous, uncertain, maybe even terrified. That's where growth lives. That's where transformation happens, in the discomfort. But most people run from discomfort. They feel it coming. They retreat. They go back to what's familiar, what's safe, what's easy. And they stay there. They stay there for years, for decades, for their entire lives. And then they wonder why nothing ever changes. It's because changing lives outside your comfort zone. You've got a choice. You can be comfortable or you can be great. You cannot be both. Comfort and greatness are on opposite sides of the spectrum. The more you choose comfort, the further you move away from greatness. The more you choose discomfort, the closer you get to becoming everything you're capable of being. Everything you want is on the other side of uncomfortable. You've got to be willing to be uncomfortable for a long time. Growth and comfort cannot coexist. You got dreams. I know you do. Everybody does. You got goals, visions, aspirations. You want the business, the relationship, the body, the lifestyle. You want it all. But here's what you need to know. Everything you want is waiting for you on the other side of uncomfortable. Every single thing. You want to be wealthy. That's on the other side of uncomfortable conversations, uncomfortable risks, and uncomfortable investments. You want to be healthy. That's on the other side of uncomfortable workouts, uncomfortable meal choices, and uncomfortable discipline. You want meaningful relationships. That's on the other side of uncomfortable vulnerability, uncomfortable honesty, uncomfortable growth. And it's not just uncomfortable for a day or a week. It's uncomfortable for a long time, maybe months, maybe years. You've got to be willing to sit in that discomfort and not run. You've got to be willing to feel awkward, feel inadequate, feel like you don't know what you're doing, and keep going anyway. Most people quit the moment it gets uncomfortable. They start the business, and the first time it's hard, they quit. They start the diet, and the first time they're hungry, they quit. They start the training, and the first time their muscles hurt, they quit. They want the results, but they're not willing to be uncomfortable long enough to get them. Growth and comfort are enemies. They cannot live in the same space. When you choose growth, you're choosing to be uncomfortable. When you choose comfort, you're choosing to stop growing. It's that simple. You cannot grow and be comfortable at the same time. It's impossible. Discipline is a form of self-love. When you discipline yourself, you're telling yourself that you matter, that your dreams matter, that your future is worth fighting for. People think discipline is about being hard on yourself. They think it's about punishment, restriction, and deprivation. That's not what discipline is. Discipline is love. Discipline is the highest form of self-respect. When you discipline yourself, you're saying, I love myself too much to settle. I love myself too much to waste my potential. I love myself too much to live beneath my capabilities. Think about it. When you let yourself sleep in every day, eat whatever you want, and avoid hard work, is that love? No, that's not love. That's neglect. That's self-sabotage. You're robbing yourself of the life you could have. You're stealing your own future. Discipline is when you care enough about yourself to do what's best for you, not what's easiest. Discipline says my future self matters. The person I'm becoming matters. The life I'm building matters. And because it matters, I'm going to show up for it every single day. I'm going to do the work even when I don't feel like it. I'm going to make the sacrifices even when they're hard, because I'm worth it. When you start seeing discipline as self, Love instead of self-punishment, everything changes. It's no longer a burden. It's no longer something you have to do. It becomes something you want to do because you understand what it represents. It represents you valuing yourself enough to invest in yourself. Every time you choose discipline over impulse, you're depositing in your future. You're telling yourself, I believe in you. I believe you're capable of more. I believe you deserve better. And I'm willing to do what it takes to get you there. That's love. That's real love. I see people all the time making excuses. Oh, I had a bad childhood. Oh, I didn't go to the right schools. Oh, people don't understand me. You know what? Your excuses are just monuments to nothing. Excuses are easy. Everybody's got them. Everybody's got a reason why they can't, why they haven't, why it's not their fault. And you know what? Some of those reasons might even be valid. You might have had a rough start. You might have faced obstacles that other people didn't face. You might have been dealt a bad hand. But so what? What are you going to do about it now? Your excuses don't change your situation. They just keep you stuck in it. Every minute you spend explaining why you can't is a minute you could have spent doing what you can. Excuses feel good in the moment. They let you off the hook. They give you someone or something to blame. But at the end of the day, they don't move you forward. You can have all the reasons in the world why you're not where you want to be. You can build a mountain of excuses. You can construct an entire philosophy around why it's not your fault. And when you're done, you're still going to be in the same place. Excuses don't build businesses. Excuses don't create wealth. Excuses don't change lives. Successful people had excuses too. They had obstacles, setbacks, and disadvantages. The difference is that they didn't use them. They didn't let their excuses become their identity. They acknowledged the obstacle, and then they figured out how to get around it, over it, or through it. They focused on solutions, not excuses. Excuses and results cannot live in the same house. You are either making excuses or making progress. Pick one. You've got two options in life. You can make excuses or you can make progress. You cannot do both. They are mutually exclusive. Every time you make an excuse, you sacrifice progress. Every time you choose progress, you have to let go of the excuse. There's no middle ground here. When you make an excuse, you're choosing to stay where you are. You're choosing to remain a victim of your circumstances. You're choosing to give your power away to something outside of yourself. And as long as you do that, nothing changes. Nothing improves. Nothing grows. But when you choose progress, you're choosing responsibility. You're choosing to focus on what you can control. You're choosing to take action despite the obstacles. And that's when things start to shift. That's when momentum builds. That's when your life starts to transform. Here's the truth. You know, when you're making an excuse, you can feel it. There's a part of you that knows you're lying to yourself. There's a part of you that knows you could do more, be more, try harder. But it's easier to make the excuse than to face that truth. It's easier to blame something else than to look in the mirror. But easy doesn't get you where you want to go. Easy keeps you stuck. Easy keeps you small. If you want different results, you've got to make different choices. And the first choice is to stop making excuses. Stop blaming your past, your circumstances, and other people. Take responsibility and make progress. Discipline means doing the thing you said you would do long after the mood you said it in has left. You made a promise to yourself. Keep it. That's called integrity. Have you ever noticed how excited you get when you make a decision? When you decide to start the business, lose the weight, write the book, whatever it is. In that moment, you're fired up, you're ready, you're committed. You make all these promises to yourself about what you're going to do, and you mean it. In that moment, you really mean it.